Hey guys, Robert here again, going to be commentating on a match I play against a fellow named Matthew, and he is playing ABC Sky Strikers. So I'm going to win the die roll, and I'm going to elect to go first. So he's playing the Calvin Tahan ABC Sky Strikers. So just to preface, I forgot my Link Rebo, so I'm going to be using a token for my Link Rebo. I'm going to summon Meloseek, and he's going to have the Ash for the Meloseek. At the start of his turn, during the standby phase, I'm going to activate Anti-Spell Fragrance, and I'm going to attempt to use Multi-Faker. He's going to have the Gamma, and I'm going to have this Solemn Warning. So looking good so far. Able to knock a Gamma out of his hand, and I'm able to set up my board. If he has a card like Union Hanger, I'm going to have the Anti-Spell Fragrance. That's going to slow him down. So I opened up pretty well in this game. And it looks like he's going to go into the battle phase, and he's going to activate Evenly Matched. So this is why the deck always wants to go second, because Evenly Matched is very strong, especially against Altergeist, because we don't really main deck cards like Wiretap to prevent these from going off. So now I'm deciding that I want to banish just my monsters, because I want to keep the Anti-Spell Fragrance on the field to stun him. I'm going to set a Mind Crush and pass it over to him, and I believe I have a Multi-Faker in hand. So I want to see if I can trigger the Mind Crush and hit something so I can trigger my Multi-Faker. If I did not have the Multi-Faker in hand, I probably would have sent the Anti-Spell Fragrance away. So it looks like he's going to go for a Link 2. He's going to go for a Phoenix, I believe. The Phoenix is going to discard and target my face down. So I was debating whether I wanted to just try and hit his hand, but sadly not really much I can go off of looking at his graveyard that I can try to guess what's in his hand. So he's going to swing, hit me for 19, and it's going to pass over to me. So I'm going to draw into Cherries. Now I know he's playing ABC, but I don't want to do it right away, because one, that's going to be giving him information about what's in my hand, and two, I want him to commit cards to the board before he tries to go into a buster, so that's why I'm not using it right away right now. So I drew into a Manifestation. Looks like he's going to be going for a Link 3. So the only Link 3 really that's going to be threatening is going to be the Unicorn. So I'm going to wait for him to activate the effect so I can chain the Manifestation and get my Meloseek. So this is a pretty good result for me. He's going to go -1 because he has to discard, and I'm going to still be able to get my Special Summon. And then I'm going to go +1 here with a Multi-Faker. So I'm going to summon Silkwidous from the deck. So this is my second Silkwidous. The other Silkwidous was banished by the first Evenly Matched. And now I'm going to have an answer for the Unicorn. If he declares an attack, I can just bounce back my Multi-Faker. Looks like Unicorn's going to declare an attack. I'm going to bounce it back with Silkwidous, and he's going to have the second Evenly Matched. But because this is the last card in his hand, I don't need to worry about stunning him with the Anti-Spell Fragrance, so I'm going to elect to keep my Meloseek on board. So it looks like my hand right now is Conquery, Cherries, and a Multi-Faker. So not really too much I can do with this hand. I can summon the Multi-Faker and make a Hextia, but the Hextia won't have anything under it to negate. So right here now I'm just deciding on what I want to do. Also, I don't have another Link Rebo. The Link Rebo was banished from the first Evenly Matched. So I think what I'm going to do is just summon a Hextia here, just so I have some floating and just a big monster on board. And then hopefully I can keep it on board with the Conquery, and then summon the Multi-Faker, or some of the Marionetter that I'm going to search off of the Meloseek. So I'm going to summon Hextia here. I'm going to search Marionetter, and then hopefully I can keep it on the board. So then my Hexia will be 13 or 3100. So Matthew's going to pick up a Buster Drake. He's going to attempt to crash, but I'm going to have the Conquery to prevent the attack. So I've got a pretty solid hold on this game. I have 5 cards to my opponent's 1 card. I'm going to have a 6th card now. However, the Buster, or rather the B, is going to be able to float. So I'm going to use Marionetter's effect, just going to send away the Hexia so I can trigger Multi-Faker, and this is going to allow me to search for another trap from the deck. And my board is still the same. And I will also have a Multi-Faker for next turn. So I've pretty much got the game on lock, despite getting evenly matched twice. Okay, so he's going to search for an A. I'm going to set an Imperial Order and the Manifestation. So it's going to be very tough for him to enter my board. So I don't have a way to stop him from getting Buster, because both of my Silk Witnesses are banished. So even if I went Multi-Faker, I still wouldn't be able to bounce back his guys. Buster's going to come out now. Kind of scary, but I do have the protocol to negate if he attempts to use the banishing effect, and if he attempts to tag out, I also will have the protocol for that. So he's going to swing to the Marionetter, bringing me down to 800 life points. But I'm fine because I do have the Manifestation. I can just bring back the Meadowseek from the grave. He's going to attempt to use Pot of Desires, and I'm going to have Imperial Order, and then when I pay the costs or the maintenance cost during my standby phase, I'm going to be left with 100 life points left. So I'm going to be barely living here. So I'm going to trigger Multi-Faker off of the Imperial Order. I'm going to get knocked down to 100 life points, and I have a pretty clear play here. Just attack with the Meadowseek, force him to try to tag out, use the protocol, and then attack for game. So I'm gonna summon the Marionetter, gonna set a trap from the deck, gonna use the Marionetter effect to bring back the Meadowseek. Meadowseek's gonna declare an attack. And I'm just letting him know that he cannot use the Buster effect in the damage step. So if I declare an attack with Meadowseek, he will have to use the effect on the declaration. So he's going to scoop it up, and that's going to be game. So this is going to be a short one. I was not able to get a full match. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.